It's just constantly working to add guys who can contribute.
By this point in the season, though, certain teams have been hit hard by the injury bug, and the truth is the next man up, the next player up can be easier said than done.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Kevin. Sometimes it's not necessarily when the injury happens, it's who has the injury hit. So a all-star level player, an MVP caliber player, can't necessarily be replaced one for one. So sometimes you've got to make some schematic adjustments, and sometimes you've got to rely on the whole to pick up the one big star that's gone down.
I always thought two characters really revealed when you start losing a couple players to injury.
No doubt, Kevin.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And New York, looking at who they've got. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's the captain. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Knox in at the 3 spot. Now here is Hamilton following the miss by Porzingis. Out to the right wing. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And how about a look at the most recent power ranking? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. You look at the Rockets. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And I think for the Knicks, they claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some people say they're playing above their heads. I think we're just starting to realize how good this team is. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Chapman. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Here is kicks to Pirtle. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta.
What outstanding defensive anticipation and a poor decision passing.
And again, it's the Knicks missing.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0-4 here, still looking for their first commit.
And good that time.
And not just sustaining the lead, they're adding to it.
Right, and this is precisely what you want to do. Build up the lead and keep the pressure on.
And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession.
Come on, give him the fucking ball, ref.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Chapman the pass to Porzingis. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
The pass to Pirtle. Five to shoot. On deep. No good on that one. So New York will take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
No doubt. I mean, they played to their strengths, and that's what helped them get this road win. I loved how they played for each other.
And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
He is a rarity among NBA point guards and his ability to elevate.
But how much more dynamic is your backcourt when you add that element of elite athleticism?
The Knicks shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That one drops. He ties it up. Doris, you were the first female commentator to ever call a Knicks game on radio or television, and I imagine you remember that first broadcast very well.
I sure do, Kevin. It was against the Bucks. I filled in for the great Clyde Frazier, and the Knicks had just made it to the finals the year before, so it was exciting on a number of levels.
Now here is Harris. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's dependable production.
Boy, the offense is really clicking. 4 for 5 from the field to start. Nice.
Here's Chapman. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Good on the shot. Chapman's got 7 points in the game. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for Atlanta. Kicks to Pirtle. Passes it to Burke. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
This is New York leading by 7. You've got Burke. Pirtle is out there with Caruch. Then it's Torian Prince. And it's Walls in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, the captain in the last game against the Raptors was phenomenal. He ended up with 50 points, and that was just the start of it. He wound up with a triple-double in what was quite a display for him. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, you do wonder, though, Greg, does he still have some of the adrenaline going from that performance? No matter how tired he is, he should have plenty of energy coming off that.
We're playing just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. It's blocked. Going at fast break for Atlanta. Here's Caruch. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Really good ball movement there in transition.
New York leading by 7. Here's Chapman. And it's blocked.
Very hard to get a shot on over Jakob Pirtle when he's that tight on you. Too much size, too much length.
Second quarter.
Get out of the way.
That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Prince outside, down low, Turner with the steal. And here they come. And stolen by Prince. Here's Caruch. And again, it's Atlanta.
I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
Knicks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Chapman. Burke covering. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
Well, Kristaps Porzingis has any number of tools on the offensive end, but a nice high percentage look there.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Burke kicks to Pirtle. Pass to Caruch. Lots of room. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Burke. Knicks have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Chapman's shot is off. The Hawks shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Pass to Ntilikina. And it's blocked. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Knicks on defense. They've led by as many as 11 points. 16 feet away. Chapman with the rebound.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time. Simply have to go up stronger than that. Could be a simple layup if he shows a little more determination.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Take a look at the Knicks. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there, the number one spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the Hawks just way behind.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Oh, that's for sure. I mean, this is where the pressure really starts to build. Any little slip-up between here and the end of the season, and they could find themselves sitting at home for the playoffs.
Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but ignored not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this can take the shape of a lot of different things. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of everybody's best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room. Boy, it's just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances at the line. He's going to cash in.
Burke with it. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Heat in Miami. And the basket by Caruth.
I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
Porzingis at the elbow. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
Well, Kevin, how about the shot mechanics of your 7-footer? Kristaps Porzingis is efficient in catch and shoot.
Now Prince. He's got 11. Now here's shot clock at 6. From the stripe. Count it. Burke's got 11 points.
Crafty move, and he recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
I'll tell you, that's really close. Because it's not easy to get that mid-range off over a guy who's got a size advantage. He made it look easy.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Again, the Hawks score.
He's rolling right now. What a terrific quarter for him on the offensive end.
Here's Chapman. No good. That's it. And Atlanta will come the other way. Victory eluded them last time in New York when they took on the Knicks.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid the blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Sunday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for the matchup with the Pacers, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Caruth passes to Burke. To the middle, here's Bolton. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Cousins throws it down.
And he is a power player down low. If there's nobody there to stop him, Boogie's going to destroy that rim.
The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Peacock. And one thing Rick Carlisle is known for is his accountability.
Right, and that extends to himself as much as it does the players who play for him. Listen, if this guy makes the wrong play call, he is going to make sure you know about that. And I think that's an approach you see from the top down in this organization.
There's a check in for Atlanta. Hamilton comes in for Burke. New York leading by 3. Here's Chapman. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And the foul on Miles Turner. That is his first foul of the game. Atlanta's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And the pass to Harris. Hamilton outside. Hawks passing it around. Caruch passes to Bolton. Three-pointer, and is blocked by Chapman. The Knicks have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Passes it to Knox. Here's Chapman. To the paint. Here's Cousins. The putback. Cousins on the follow. And the Knicks lead by 5.
You gotta love how Cousins uses his size, his reach. He's more prolific on the defensive glass, but obviously a factor on the offensive end as well.
Pass to Bolton. Here's Caruch. Some solid defense from Butler.
I'm sure if he had the chance to do that possession over again, he would not have taken the shot.
Chapman the pass to Cousins. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
The pass to Bolton. Here's Caruch. He's got 11. Here's Harris. And he lays it straight in. Harris has got 8 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Chapman. It's tipped. And here's the fast break. It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Tobias Harris.
And didn't have to go strong there. Just a little bit of the finger roll to get it up over the rim.
Here's Chapman. He feeds it to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Hamilton outside. Bolton. He's guarded by Cousins. Dishes it to Harris. Picked his pocket. 3 on 3. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Off target from outside.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Bolton.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Chapman, that's good. Chapman's got 21.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Atlanta calls timeout. Of course, at times out there, things get a little heated. Some people feel like the whistle's being blown too quickly on some of these technical fouls. What do you think?
I would actually completely disagree, Kevin. I think there are certain players who are given far too much latitude and others for whom the whistle does come too quickly. So I think it would be better and more helpful to the officials, the teams, and also the fans to understand what is and what does cross a line. Because to me, there's no consistency, there's a lot of confusion, and I think it works both ways. Sometimes too long of a leash, sometimes too short.
Excellent appraisal. Young's checked in for New York. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Every team hopes to have a player on this list. A quick update now on the top field goal percentage shooters in the NBA. Number 1, Porzingis. DeMarcus Cousins is second.
You can't say enough about these two guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
Now here's Butler. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Toronto, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. The Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Bolton. Here's Garuch. He's guarded by Cousins.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Pass to Hamilton. Ball's knocked loose. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact. And he'll go to the line for 2.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Atlanta, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line. 8 of 9. That's good from Harris. And so it's the New York Knicks. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Hopkins checked in for Young. Hamilton against Butler. Pass to Burke. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Cousins. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Averaging about 18 points per, 10 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
And New York, looking at who they got. They've got Porzingis. Jimmy Butler is out there with the captain. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Knox in at the 3. Feeds it to Cousins.
Well, when you have size at your disposal, you've got to use that to your advantage. And Jakob Poeltl throws that shot off there.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now. The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Here's Peacock. Porzingis with the block.
This guy is showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Hawks passing it around. And that one's good. Here's Chapman. He's got 23. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for the Hawks. So it's the Hawks now. They trail by 11. Kicks to Hamilton. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third.
And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be
the ultimate complimentary player.
And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I called Prince a complimentary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. It just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league.
You know, guys, you think about Jimmy Butler, drafted by the Chicago Bulls, and he goes from bench warmer to star. And I always had the sense that once Tom Thibodeau was no longer a part of the Chicago Bulls organization, that Jimmy Butler's days might be numbered there as well. But I think the trade ended up working for both teams.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldrin.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. And Doris, the Bulls are trying to change the culture, more run and gun. That new style didn't really mesh with Butler's approach.
Right. Remember, Jimmy Butler is a Tibbs disciple. Even he has said perhaps he was too confrontational. With that obsessive drive of his, it can sometimes maybe rub people the wrong way. I think he's trying to balance that intensity with positivity with this young group.
Turner with the steal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. It's deflected. They recover it. And that one's good. Cousins. And here's Hamilton. The pass to Caruch. Here's Chapman. To the paint. Here's Turner. It's blocked. Young against Hamilton. Passes to Prince. Just 5 on the clock. He can't get that one to fall. And New York the other way now. Here's Chapman. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Chapman's got 27 points.
I love this approach. Despite the lead, still attacking, adding fuel to the fire.
They are absolutely relentless right now, Greg. There's no end in sight. They are going for it.
Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. They're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Detroit Pistons.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Here's Chapman. He's got 27. Young outside. Lets it go from 14. The Hawks trail by 13. Here's Caruch. Makes it off the glass. Caruch has got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Here's Chapman. From 8. The kick out to Young. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Tobias Harris is checked in for Caruch. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Burke with it. 15 points in the game. Doubled by Chapman. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Hawks now. Prince in the corner. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got his 4th assist in this one.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Oh, he's been outstanding offensively. His performance has been one of the things that's gone right for them.
Chapman. Banked in off the glass. Chapman's got 29 in the game.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now, here's Burke. Guarded by Chapman for the 3. That one's in there. The net lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Burke.
And these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's Chapman. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball? Well, you look at the captain, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Now Prince. He's got 18. Pass to Harris. Here's Burke. Another three for Atlanta.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
New York, no good that time either. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Takes the three. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Chapman. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 32 points for the captain.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Prince against Butler. It's rebounded by New York. Cousins has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Chapman, that's good.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
The Hawks trail by 9. Burke looking over the floor. He kicks it to Prince. To the wing right side. And stolen by Butler. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Well, that's quick hands and a quick mind by Jimmy Butler. Creates the turnover, gets right out in transition.
Now, here's Burke. T right on him. No dice from the high post.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
And so it's the New York Knicks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll take a quick break, and then back to the action here. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Knicks leading by 11. Pass to Young. Here's Chapman. The pass to Knox. Got a hand on it. The dish to Turner. So the wing on the left. Clock at 4. Oh, Turner in position. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Knox. And it's Young. Then there's the captain. And it's Turner in at the center position.
What a memorable way to cap off that move. Finishes with a flourish.
Got a piece of it.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Hawks making a change here. Hurdle's checked in. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Shoots it up. Burke can't get it to go.
They're not going to get away with many mistakes like that on the defensive end. You got to get out on him right there.
The Hawks trail by 9. Kicks it to Pirtle. He dishes it to Harris. Just 4 to shoot. Baseline try, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
That's how you do it. The D looked helpless on that possession.
Here's Chapman, guarded by Harris. Chapman, that's good. Chapman's got 36.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
What an offensive clinic we have been given today. They're hitting every single thing they put at the rim right now.
Now, here's Burke.
No,
Pass to Harris.
double.
Checks up a 3. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got 5
You
assists in the
fuck
game.
around double again, man. I fucking
They have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
How many fucking dimes I said?
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand clutch.
They're going for the throat. And for Turner on the offensive end, it is all about consistency with his shot.
Right, Kevin, because with his length and athleticism, Miles Turner has proven he can be a factor on the defensive end. To me, it's about, with that face-up ability, can they count on him night after night?
Rebounded by the Hawks. Burke with the bounce pass. Here's Harris. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Porzingis. That's good from Harris. Tobias Harris. And Harris drops the ball.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
New York calls timeout. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Chapman. Burke covering. Pirtle with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Harris has got the ball. Pass to Burke. And here is Pirtle. Pass to Harris. Pocket 6. Over Porzingis. Here's Pirtle. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Here's Chapman. Back to Turner. Atlanta with the rebound. Pirtle's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Porzingis against Harris. There's the pass to Pirtle. Here's Burke. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Now just a 3-point Knicks lead. Here's Chapman. Burke covering. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Hawks. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Another steal. Chapman, that's good. Chapman's got 38 points.
Well, guys, his scoring has been maybe the biggest factor in building this lead, and he's got plenty of energy left.
Kicks it to Pirtle. Passes to Burke. Looking for Harris. He gets it there, and he makes that one. Harris has got 11 points here in just the second half.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Right, you love the aggressiveness. This guy is willing to take over at the key opportunities. Great contest by the defender. If that's a dunk, you've got to put down in his face.
Hawks passing it around. Pass to Pirtle. He kicks to Burke. Here's Hamilton. Shot clock at 6. No good from outside. In the corner, Hardaway with it. No good from outside. The Hawks trail by 5. Inside, here's Hamilton, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for New York. Butler comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That will be foul number 5 on him. To the inside, here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Poeltl with the ball. Down low, shot from 16. Chapman with the rebound. Pass to Cousins. Releases. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And this is a vintage performance from Boogie. The big fella putting pressure on him every single trip down the floor.
Here's the pass to Burke. Kicks to Burke. To the inside. Well, fade away. It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut down to 6. That one coming from Tobias Harris.
Great quarter for the offensive end, trying to reel his team back in the game.
Chapman the pass to Cousins. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
If he's not a sure thing in the paint, Cousins is pretty close.
Passes it to Burke. Here's Burke. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the first one drops. Burke hits them both. The Knicks leading by 6. Chapman the pass to Cousins. And no good. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Harris kicks to Burke. And the rejection by Cousins.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, Cousins is a legitimate shot-blocking threat, using that reach to deter shots. And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? He took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
And there's the feed to Harris. And it's blocked by Chapman. To the inside. And he lays in the alley-oop. And it's a 10-point New York lead.
Oh, can I get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Hawks have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Back to Burke. Rejected by Chapman. And it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Just 5 to shoot.
Yeah, nice defensive effort there by Cousins. He can be a two-way terror.
Here's Butler. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Knicks lead by 12.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Pass to Poeltl. Inside. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. Here's Butler. Cousins trying to free himself up. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Porzingis. Butler's got the lead up to 14 now for New York. And it's Burke with the ball for Atlanta. Now here is Poeltl. He's guarded by Cousins. Harris passes to Burke. That one good for 2.
Boy, getting his points the hard way. Jakob has to absorb contact and able to use his strength there.
Out to Porzingis. New York moving the ball around. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Atlanta calls timeout.
And the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, the captain.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, the Hawks coach had some words for his team during the last time out. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
He feeds it to Cousins. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. Hurdle. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
And luckily, they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Here's Hamilton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
Harris on the double team. And the Bulls Pirates will have a jump ball. Here's Chapman. Jump. And so here is New York. Knocks the pass to Chapman. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, superb awareness, Greg, right? Not allowing them to get comfortable running their offense, being super aggressive.
Here's Peacock. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Well, what a terrific option he is for them. Really puts a ton of stress on an opponent.
1:11 left in the fourth. Here's Chapman. Burke covering. Porzingis against Harris. From the line. And there's another one for the Knicks.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Knicks.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the captain.
Boy, his defense is what stood out to me. There was a no-fly zone around this guy all night. He contested every shot in his area and sent a few back.
Outside, Porzingis. Here's Knox. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
No, I'm pretty sure this one's going on my highlight reel, guys. I'm just saying. Just saying. Great game, guys. Yeah, you got a sec?
The 2K Sports post-game show. Shaquille O'Neal to my right, Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here in the middle, I'm Ernie Johnson. And a chance now to head down to the locker room for our post-game interview.
This is Shaq. Another double-double for you tonight. Made it look easy, buddy. How are you able to control things on the offensive end with this level of consistency?
Well, a lot of what makes me look good is the system that we play in. I don't really have to overthink possessions. I know my guys are going to be screening and cutting. And as long as we make the same reads, all I got to do is deliver the pass on time, and they take care of the rest. It's a really easy team to play on.
If you play like that, buddy, you're going to win many championships. Good luck to you, son.
That's the plan.
And thanks for joining us this evening, folks. We've reached the end of our broadcast, sadly. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, this is Ernie Johnson. Farewell and good night.
Here you go.
Someone from the Texans. Someone from the